Hello, it's January 3rd, 2023. So it's 3 months since our transplant surgery. So I'm trying to think of where I had left off. It's been a while since I made a video. I was actually contemplating if I should even do these anymore, since the road is in front of us and everything's going well. You feel like there's nothing to report, um, which isn't necessarily true. I just was wondering, this was an outlet to let people know about, you know, bad situations that we were going through that, everybody had the right to know, but just didn't know how to let everybody know, and this was the best way to do it. And I was contemplating if I was even going to do this anymore. I got a couple texts from some friends, and they're like, "Hey, what's going on?" And I guess that kind of sparked like, "Oh, you really should keep these on here." Not that I don't like getting texts from friends, but it also makes me think like, "Oh, they don't know, so I should let people know so they're not worrying or wondering." And so today seemed like the perfect day to do that. So being the third, and our surgery was on October 3rd. 3 months, right, since the surgery. Um, but right now, Piper physically is wonderful. She's very active, and the only issue is any type of, if it's dodgeball or something, like if there's 10 balls being kicked around, she's not going to be participating in that. She can't be getting struck in the abdomen area, because that wouldn't be good. I mean, that's not good for, the rest of her life. But for right now, everything is, just healing and settling in there. It doesn't need to get punched, so like by a ball or anything. So right now she's also on some blood thinners, so she bruises easily. So um, that's kind of the weird thing about physical activity, because she can get a really kind of big bruise from not really the biggest hit or grab or whatever they do at gym. But she also gives blood twice a week, so it gets bruises in her arms from that as well. We had talked about going back to her jiu-jitsu, MMA, and she has a biopsy coming up. When is that? January 11th, so it's next week. It's a routine biopsy for them to get a piece of the kidney and make sure everything's okay. So it'll be an outpatient surgery, in and out, no big deal. They said the original biopsy of a kidney is kind of a big deal because it's in behind. It's very well protected. Her new kidney is in the front, in the abdomen area, so it's not that well protected. So they can just get in and get a piece of it fairly easily. Mentally, Piper's more herself. She had a battle to go through, so she was fighting for a long time, but now she can be herself, which is wonderful. And myself, mentally, I feel very healthy. Every day I feel better physically. I don't really get as much of stingers, I call them, in my groin area and like my leg area. So I'm starting to not get that at all. So I'm starting to feel really good. So I keep telling myself, don't go too crazy, but you know, don't walk on eggshells as much as you have been. So I've been working a little more, and it's been going good. As far as the meds, I had said that Piper had a bunch of meds, take after surgery, but a lot of them have kind of dropped off. They're some of the main ones. A couple she'll be taking for the rest of her life to combat lupus, but that'll go through. The amount will always change. The dosage, I should say. Even now, we get calls weekly. Like she gives blood, like I had said, she gives labs her blood twice a week, so they monitor her tacro level, and that's what tends to go up and down quite a bit. They'll call and say, "Oh, just give her 2 milligrams." Like today, she was taking 2.5 milligrams in the morning and evening of tacro, and now they say just to do 2 milligrams because her tacro was high. So they are watching her levels very closely, which is really nice. I'm really glad that they do all this lab tests, after the fact, because when you're a donor, it's just like, thanks for the kidney, get out of here, which is fine. But for her, it's just like they're looking at everything, all her blood, making sure that the meds are all right. And so we do have some appointments coming up. I had mentioned the biopsy, or did I mention the biopsy? I'm on my third take. I I think I forgot how to do this. It's been a minute, but we have routine biopsy January 11th, and then we have the rheumatologist on January 20th, and we're down to a good amount of steroids now, which is great. We'd like to wean off as much steroids as possible. You just don't want lupus coming back, hardcore or anything like that. You want to keep it under wraps. So she does have, and she doesn't know yet because I got the call when I was about to make this video, that she has to do a routine 24-hour heart monitor, which is awkward. You have to carry around like a little purse, and it's just awkward. You have to have it on for 24 hours, and that's put on by the people at the hospital, and then you basically send it back to them, FedEx. So at least you don't have to go back there to give it to them after the fact. But she's not going to be excited about that. Some of these videos and stuff is just a reminder of this past year, I guess. I'm guessing, because it is for me. This was a way to let everybody know about what's going on. And I was contemplating if I was going to do it anymore. But if there's a few of you that still like getting the info through the video, I'll keep doing it, or maybe I'll use this channel as an outlet for something else. It was therapeutic, just letting out your stuff for whoever to watch. In a way, it makes your thoughts real in a weird way. But things are good and moving in the right direction, and we're moving forward, and that's all that we really want to do. I was thinking of doing some sort of video of like our year's journey, and I'm personally mentally not ready for that. It's just it's just not the right time. I don't need to put my head there. I don't even know if that's even something that should be done. I guess if I feel it, I'll do it, but right now it doesn't seem right. It's just, end of the year gets your head rolling down, like, oh, cap up the year type of thing. It's not really necessary after thinking about it. But like I said, no news is good news. So I guess that's where my standoffishness about doing a video has come from. Um, I'm not quite sure who really checks this anymore. I don't know who watches the videos. Um, there's probably a way to see who does, but it doesn't matter really. It's not. I don't need to dig. If it was, I'm sure I would look if it was something that's like, oh, real easy. But I don't dig around and find that because it's not that important. If I mean, I know who watches when you leave a comment, so I mean, I do enjoy the comments. Sometimes I don't respond, but I always read them and heart them. But if it's a if you have a comment that's kind of personal, I'll hit you back personally through a text or a call or something. But yeah, I mean, text or call me anytime. These videos aren't so like, oh, just don't contact me at all. It's just more of another outlet for you to find out when it's on your mind. Things going good. I think that the strength of our family and having friends that really picked us up when we were getting kicked. It really means a lot. It, I think that our tightness for we'll do anything for each other has really shined through, and we don't want anything to stop us. And having friends that support us and really makes it easier. It really does. So if you had supported us or just care, we owe you a lot. Being able to keep your head up during weird times, medically trying times, which is new to me in my world. I've been fortunate enough to where a lot of my core family members haven't really had to deal with any lifelong type of diseases or sicknesses or anything like that. At least, that I had to deal with. This is just really, hits as close to home as it can without being yourself. But obviously, I'm glad that I could throw myself in the mix to help. That is huge. Being able to donate the kidney is everything, because what if you can't do anything? At least there was something that I could do. And that's a game changer on, this whole thing. She has gone through so much, and for me to be able to like, oh yeah, please take everything I have to make sure that she's okay. It's a no-brainer and a privilege to be able to do that, and for it to have gone well. You can't ask for any more than that. I mean, you can throw your head in the gutter and be like, why did this happen? But at the end of the day, this is what, we could take care of this. The medical science is there to be like, oh, well, we'll just take the kidney from you and give it to her. It's amazing. So I am extremely thankful to be a donor for my daughter. Yeah, I'd do it 8 million more times. There's no regrets or anything, but I think it's kind of a given. We'd all do it. We would all do it. So, given the opportunity, I know that all of you would do it too. So, just glad that everything is going well, and can just hope that it just stays that way. And the way it's going now, it's staying that way. We just got to keep each forward step not out of reach, just, small steps forward. But yeah, I think I should just end it here. I could ramble and probably repeat myself. And but as far as the videos, I don't know. Should I keep doing them? I don't know. I don't see why not. Maybe something like this. I keep telling myself I'm going to edit the hell out of this video because I'm just losing my thoughts, losing my train of thoughts. And since I restarted this like 3 times, so I forget what I said in the first place. But I'll have to re-watch. I'm sure there's usable things here. But again, thank you for caring, and thank you for staying on our side, and thanks for making rough things easier. But yeah, it's been a while, but the no news was just good news, So yeah, the next thing is biopsy, so it'll be all good. It'll be healthy. I can just tell by Piper's physical. She's active, but yeah, you have to think that it's gonna be all good, anyways. But I said it before, and I'll say it again. I love you guys, and thank you. The way I see it is, it's time for me to start helping any one of yous. So don't hesitate to hit me up for anything. But till next time, love you.